a great episode today of Unlocked with Pastor Serbs. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to just introduce Tim. Tim needs no introduction at all, but I'm going to make an attempt to introduce this legendary man of our generation. So we have today with us the master comeback coach, one of my personal marketplace coach. Is a great man of God, and acclaimed author of the power of 9 powerful books and counting, and also a speaker and international life coach. Tim is known for inspiring and motivating people of all background of lives, people from all walks of life, across from executives, business executives, to celebrities, to athletes, and what have you. He is your man. This is the man to go to. He's traveled in over 75 countries, sending the message out there and impacting millions and millions and millions of lives. So we are very grateful, very fortunate. He's well sought after, very busy man, a man of great integrity and wisdom. And ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Tim Storey.
Thank you very much. So there's 2 reasons that I wanted to be on your show. 1 is I like what you're doing. 2 is you're a very stylish man.
Oh, Tim, no one beats you on style, Tim. You with that footwork, the footwork. Listen, I want to just take the time out to give Joseph a shout out. A great man, great support. He's a mega house and a great man that helps put us together. Joseph, we celebrate you on here on Unlocked with Pastor Seth. Thank you so much, sir. So Tim, thank you so much. How was your day been today? I know you said you're going out.
Very good. You know, I have a nice life. A lot of what I do is I life coach different clients every day. So, you know, I wake up in the morning, I do my devotional. My strength is connected to my source, who's my Father, God. So I do my devotion every day. I exercise every single day. I do that. And then I life coach people one-on-one. I've been doing that for over 25 years, where they do these 1-hour sessions with me. And then I enjoy being a consultant to many companies. So we do that on Zoom, the power of Zoom. And then, you know, I love the entertainment world. So we're working on TV shows, movies, plays. So been doing that a little bit today, but been looking forward to talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I have been looking forward. I'm so excited and super pumped. This is a real great opportunity for me. I'm like a kid in a sweet store right now, Tim. Thank you so much, sir. Guys, what I also forgot to let you know is that Tim Storey is also the senior pastor of the Generation Church in California, a great church. And very recently, Tim, you've been having tens of thousands of people viewing and watching, joining you online, isn't it, recently?
Yeah, so what's happening is that, you know, I birthed the church with a team of people, and we've had the Hollywood Bible Study since 1992, and that's quite large. We have over 7,000 people as part of that list, and that's a lot of entertainers and people who just love the arts. So we've done quite well in Beverly Hills for many years. But I wanted to start more of what I call a boutique church that has a smaller building, and it's almost like a studio. And then we speak to a lot of people. So our average viewership is at about 17,000 every Sunday morning. But that's part of my strength is I draw Christian, I draw Muslim, I draw Buddhist, I draw everybody, but I teach on Jesus. And there's very few people that have that kind of gift. The Apostle Paul had it on Mars Hill, but I'm a Jesus man. Jesus changed my life. I believe in his death, burial, and resurrection. We've been reconciled to be reconcilers, but I love his creation, and his creation loves me. And so we do a church We meet in person with many, many people, but we also reach about 17,000 every Sunday. But on Sunday nights, you probably are alluding to this. We have over 100,000 people watch me every Sunday night. I do something called
phenomenal.
Tim Storey Live, and I bring in some of the greatest entertainers of the world, talking about life and what's going on. But my strength is I like serving people. So that's what I like to do. I like serving people.
That's amazing. The same. You and me both, Tim. You and me both. I like to help people get unstuck. I have a passion to help people find their passion, and it's amazing how that I've followed you over the years, and your consistency and the power word that you bring. It's been amazing. That has touched a lot of lives. You obviously in the showbiz. You worked with Quincy Jones, Kanye West, and a lot of other people. Endless list, and impacted lives. I really celebrate you, sir, for that great job that you've done. So, Tim, once again, I welcome you on Unlocked with Pastor Serbs, sir. I welcome you. So, what is your story, Tim? What is the story behind Tim's story? What is Tim's story? How did it all start with you, sir?
I mean, for me, I think that the beauty is that there was a lady at a local market, like where you would buy food, and she would minister to my father, and he would go there to buy groceries, and she would ask him to church and say, "You should come to church with my husband and I, and bring your kids," because he told her that he had 5 children, and she finally got him to go to church with her and her husband. And he brought all of his children. We met her there, and we all got saved. And at that time, I was very young. I was only 4. I'm the youngest of 5 children.
Yeah.
But the other ones were 7, all the way to things that is that our lives got radically changed. And so I grew up in the church. And while I was in the church, I knew that I was called to the ministry, but I was also called to entertainment. And I think that this is very important for people, because with God, it's not one thing or another. Sometimes it's both.
Yes, sir.
And there's a scripture that you know about, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your what? Paths.
Your path.
Yes, and so it's plural. And the reality is that God allowed me to be a leading minister in the world and get over 2,000 invitations a year, starting at the age of 27. I traveled the world with Morris Cerullo, with Oral Roberts, with Lester Summerall. I did probably over 100 conferences with T.D. Jakes. And so God gave me that life, but he also gave me entertainment to work with the greatest entertainers of the world, with Oprah Winfrey, etc. So I believe that it's very important for everybody that's watching to realize that you are a creative being. You are made in the image of God. God is creative, and so are you. And if you yield yourself to him, he will take you to places that you never thought you could go.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Tim. So Tim, so this was age 5, age 5 when you came to Christ, being the number 5 of your family of siblings, number 5 standing for grace. So the grace of God has always been on your life since your infancy. But when you got to age 10, something happened in your life, and it caused a turnaround. Can you tell us about that, sir?
Yeah, and what happened in my life is that, we had a lot of joy in our life, a lot of laughter. I know you follow me on Instagram. You see that I'm constantly doing funny things and having jokes with people, and I'm friends with the greatest comedians in the world. But when I was 10, my father went to get food for my mother, and he was just driving through a green light. Green light means go through the light.
Yeah.
And a man ran a red light, hit him, and killed him. So my mother now had to raise 5 children by herself and working a very humble job at a donut shop. And I will tell you, we did not have the inward strength to handle that challenge. And that challenge of my father dying lasted at least 15 years. That even though my mother tried to get it going and the family tried to get it going, probably for 15 years we were in a setback. And I do believe that that's one reason that God gave me the message of how to turn your setbacks to comebacks, because I saw what a setback can do. It changed the tone of the house. Every house has a tone. It changed the energy of the house, and it changed the direction of the house. But we found our way through the presence of God, and it was a very difficult thing, but it made me even more compassionate towards hurting people.
That's phenomenal, Tim. That's amazing. Obviously, you bet your ministry, your passion, the whole 9 yards were birthed out of a setback. You also talk about, you mentioned your mom there, and then you talk about mom who is now, is she 86 years old this year?
So she's actually about to be 90 on March the 1st.
Amazing, amazing. So ma'am, you tell the story about how that ma'am basically taught you and trained you, although you didn't like it at that age, how not to do a halfway job. Can you tell us about that halfway job?
Yeah, you know, I think that a lot of people, we come from limited families. My mother didn't have much money. She was only educated until she was 12 years of age. But my mother had an amazing work ethic. And you notice that your Instagram live started at a certain time. Did you notice that I was on right on time?
Yeah, definitely.
I do everything on time. I never miss work.
No.
I was a traveling minister for 30 years and never called in sick one time.
Amazing.
I have spoken to 30,000 people with the flu. I have spoken after tragedies. I have spoken when people have made death threats against me. My mother taught me, don't do a halfway job, so I don't. I may not be the best at everything, but I'm extremely reliable. And if I say something, I'm going to do what I say. So thank you to my mother.
Amazing. Thank you. Definitely thank you to mom. And happy birthday in advance for her, going to be 90 years old. Tim, obviously, having gone through that journey, it created, it must have given you a certain outlook on life. So was there any time that you had a light bulb moment encounter where you thought that I want more out of life?
100%. But that happens through 3 ways. Number 1, education. Number 2, observation, what you see. And number 3, conversation. So the more I begin to fill myself with the Word of God, I begin to build my faith. And I realized that there was more than what my family was living. So that's education. The observation was when I first went to Disneyland when I was only about 8. Woo! Disneyland changed my life. They had all these people riding these amazing rides, and the streets were clean. And I saw Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. As an 8-year-old, my eyes went very big. And the conversation is very important. You know, I get to be in conversations with the greatest minds in the world. And those people, women and men, have marked my life. That's why I don't do anything normal. I don't do anything normal, standard, regular. I play at a high level but a lot of it is because of the people that I've surrounded myself with.
Thank you so much for that. So, guys, you heard it. It comes out of education, observation, and conversation. So, it's very, very important what you observe. It's very, very important to educate yourself. And I'm glad that you're on here because we are being educated today by the best, the elite Tim Storey. So, Tim, you went on to write a book. I mean, you wrote 9 powerful books. But today I want us to be looking at one of them, the comeback and beyond. So we'll be getting on to that, guys. And whatever setback that you have suffered, I can assure you that you are definitely going to be on a springboard for your comeback this evening, this afternoon, wherever you're watching from on Unlocked with Pastor Seb, with yours truly, Tim Storey. So, Tim, what was the greatest life lesson that you've learned out of life?
I think it's not so much just what I've gone through, but what I've watched people go through.
Awesome.
Is that a lot of people have a dream, but then they get disappointed. When people get disappointed, it means something did not work.
Yes, sir.
It could be a relationship that did not work. It could be they thought they were going to beat cancer faster. It did not work. Maybe they have a daughter or a son and they're in trouble and it did not work. The Bible says that unrelenting disappointment can leave you heartsick. And what I have noticed is that there's a lot of people that they are sick in their heart because they're disappointed. And so joy comes from your heart. Peace comes from your heart. Faith comes from your heart. Strength comes from your heart. So if your heart's sick, it's hard to have faith, joy, peace, and strength. So you got to get a mended heart. And so COVID-19 has been a terrible thing, but it also has been a thing that a lot of people have used for their benefit, and that is in the isolation. They have learned to turn their isolation into 2 things: a library of learning and a sanctuary of getting stronger with God.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. A library of learning and a sanctuary of getting right with God. That is awesome. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Tim. So I want us to move on to something that I've watched you put out there several times. You talk about it in your seminars and conferences. It's part of your ethos, and I have favorites in them, and that is your Tim Storey's 10 rules. Your 10 rules. I call them the 10 power rules of Tim Storey. Number 1, you say don't settle in hell. Can you elaborate on that, please, sir?
Yeah, and I can't go through all 10 because I literally have to meet somebody right down here in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I will say this, that with this idea of these rules, here's what I have found, okay?
Yeah.
Is that there is a blueprint. When people are successful, there is a blueprint. Success leaves clues. And I am a master. If I'm with Denzel Washington, I'm watching what he's doing, or with P. Diddy, or with Kanye West in the studio, or talking at Oprah's house. I watch you. I watch people. I'm watching you right now. And there is a manuscript and there's a blueprint on why people do well.
Yes, sir.
And one of the things that is one of the 10 rules, I'll say this, is humility. Humility. Don't you ever think that you're just the one. See, I need you, and I need a lot of other people that are watching. I'm not great at everything. I'm not a good cook, and I'm not good at fixing cars. But I am a good comeback coach.
Amazing. Yes, sir.
So it's important that you follow the guidelines to greatness. And that's my new project, the guidelines to greatness. There are guidelines to greatness. I've been around the greatest in the world. Trust me, there's guidelines to greatness.
So, Tim, I know you got to go, but you were in a conversation with Oprah in her backyard, and then you're talking about she asked you about pursuing dreams, pursuing visions, and then you said you don't believe in chasing dreams, but you believe in what has been spoken by heaven. Can you elaborate?
I don't chase anything, because if you chase something, it's like if you had a box of 3 rabbits, live rabbits, and you put them on the ground, and you told somebody, go get all those rabbits, and you're trying to chase these rabbits down, but get them within 3 minutes. You're trying to chase the rabbits. That's how most people live. They're chasing rabbits. I don't chase nothing. I don't chase a woman. I don't chase success. I don't chase an airplane. I don't chase a movie deal. I don't chase a TV deal. We don't chase. We cooperate with what heaven said. Heaven has spoken over every one of our lives. You don't have to chase anything. You have to simply cooperate with what heaven has already said. And when I said that to Oprah, she got very emotional. She says, my God, Tim, because we're like brother and sister. That is so powerful. That's why you see me with such peace.
Yes, yes.
I live this way. I don't
Awesome.
chase nothing.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Tim, how do we come from a setback and beyond?
Well, I think the best way to come from a setback is to read my book.
That's definitely the first way. Yes, definitely. It's available on Amazon.
Go to timstorey.com and you can find out how to get it. And also, as you know, Joseph told you, Monday nights, I have a conversation with people just like this. Yep. Every Monday night. It's only $19 for the whole month. Yep. Every Monday night, I just dialogue with you for an hour, and I talk about the traits of the greats. Awesome. I like you. You're great. You have cool glasses, and we'll continue to talk.
Thank you so much, Tim. God bless you. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. It's been great. I really, really do appreciate you. And guys, please be part of the World Shakers a movement or network out there led by the one and only Tim Storey. I celebrate you, sir. Thank you so much. We're definitely going to have you back, Tim. We're definitely going to have you back on here for an extended episode for our people. Thank you so much. You were going to say something, sir.
I was just going to say, keep on doing what you're doing. You're young. You got it. And let's change the world. Life is good.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tim. I do appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Guys, so there you have it. Although it's been short, it's been a quick episode with the one and only Tim Storey, but it's been packed. It's been power-packed. I've been so blessed, and I hope that you have been blessed. That's all we seek to do on here, to get you on stack, to help you to move on from life and to realize your vision. Through Tim's 10 rules that I've gone through and I've gleaned on, and Tim talks about Tim talks about don't settle in hell. He's talked about us being humble. Humility is definitely the key. It's amazing. It opens doors for you, and don't settle in hell. So you find yourself in a hellish situation. Don't pitch camp there. Don't stay there. Don't build a Hilton hotel in your hell situation, because it's only a temporary situation that you are going to come out of there if you can see an end or a light at the end. And he talks about work your land. And I believe that when you work your land, then harvest becomes inevitable. You'll be in a place where you can have so much impact, so much harvest when you do that. And this is so important. This one is so important because I've realized the majority of us find it very difficult to do this. Tim Storey says, learn to say no. And I'm pausing right there for that to sink. Learn to say no. There are certain times in life that you have to say no to certain things in life. Certain times in your life that you have to say no to certain things in your life. It's imperative that you do that, because else you get distracted from the focus if you are not able to say no. The other one is get your shout back. Get your shout back. So you could and will be shut down by circumstances. You could suffer a setback, but what's important is that you don't let that setback lay you back. You definitely work hard to push forward and get your shout back. Getting your shout back, it's so amazing. So for everybody out there that you've been shut down, you've been locked down and knocked down by this situation or whatever you find yourself with, listen, work hard, paddle as much as you can to get out of that mud and get your shout back. The other one is don't get dramatic. Don't get dramatic. And that is so important, because depending on what we are faced by, we have the tendency of getting dramatic by the situation. And when you get dramatic in an undramatic situation, you expose yourself. I'm a wildlife enthusiast, and if a lion is pursuing an antelope, it goes for the antelope that gets dramatic by the appearance of the lion. Because when you get dramatic, you get derailed. You get your focus gets derailed, and then you are confused, you get distorted, your speed is limited, and then the lion pounces on you. So don't get dramatic in an undramatic situation. The other one is be open to new things. Be open to new things. Most people are set in their ways. They are set in their old ways that they will try nothing new. You won't try any new food. You won't try any new thing. There is absolutely nothing that I'm not sure about this. No, open up yourself and try new things. Because as you open up yourself to try new things, what you've been praying for, what you've been looking for, what you've been asking for, might just be waiting for you on the other side of the new. So get out of the box, let go of the old, and open up for new things. The other one is live in the moment. Live in this moment. Live in the moment. Don't suspend your celebration for another day. Don't suspend your life for another day. Don't put your life on pause for another day's experience. Live in the moment. Majority of people are living for tomorrow, when tomorrow is not even guaranteed. So live in the moment. Let's learn to live in the now, so that we can appreciate the now. That is why it's called the present. It's a present for us to enjoy now. Okay, so live in the now, live in the moment, don't live in tomorrow. So be brilliant, make the most of now. The other one says, be elegant. You've got to be elegant. You've got to show up elegantly. You've got to come out elegantly. Be elegant. In every situation you find yourself, approach it with some level of elegance, so that the opposition can know who they're dealing with or who they're coming in contact with. So it's imperative that you do that. Let's be elegant in everything that we find ourselves doing. And then you're going to love this one. Have a right mindset. Have the right mindset. Have the right mindset. If you can conceive the invisible, then you can do the impossible. Have the right mindset. You've got to have the right mindset so that you can enable conception to take place in your spirit, so that you can enable new things to happen, so that you will be open up to be able to walk in the path that has been cut for you. Have an open mindset. Have an open mindset approach to everything. And in that sphere, you give people the benefit of the doubt, so you are able to overcome. Then the final one is don't live an almost life. Don't live an almost life. An almost life. I mean, Tim talked about the mom teaching him as a young kid to come to the place where he's able to not do any halfway job. So anything, you come at it with your all. So don't live an almost life, not an almost life where an almost perfect life. I almost did it life. I almost became the first. No, give it your all. Why? Because you cannot live an almost life when you are made by an utmost God. Oh, come on. You cannot live an almost life when you are made by an utmost God. He is the utmost. There is nothing that is out of his sphere and is rich. So don't live an almost life. Expose yourself to the great things that God has for you out there, and your life would be amazing. And your life will be amazing. One of the quotes that Tim talks about is that a comeback is not a go back. A comeback is not a go back. So we're coming out. We've been on lockdown. We're coming out of this lockdown, but don't have the perspective, the mindset of going back, because there's nothing to go back to. Your comeback is not a go back. You've got to bounce forward. You've got to move forward onto greater things, onto new things, have a new mindset, have a new perspective, a new outlook, and your life would be something to write home about. You would accomplish destiny and accomplish purpose. The other thing is life can knock the shout out of you. Life can knock the shout out of you. I don't know about you, but I have had encounters where life knocks the shout out of me. And I believe that this season that we find ourselves in, COVID was one of them that knocked the shout out of a lot of people. Because from January 1st, you had an outlook, you had a perception that this is going to be the year, this is your year, this is the year of God's provision, this is the year of abundance. And then all of a sudden, life knocks the shout out of you. You got to understand that if life knocks the shout out of you, you've got to assume a position to come back. So your comeback is not a go back. You've got to bounce forward. It will definitely knock the shout out of you, but you don't remain shut down. You've got to get your shout back. So I'm talking to people that I'm letting you know that, listen, get out there, get your shout back. Don't let life knock the shout out of you. Get your shout back. Get your shout back. Get your shout back. And then he talks about if you do nothing with life, life will do something with you. That was so powerful, the statement. If you do nothing with life, life will do something with you. You have to understand that you are enabled, activated by God, loaded and empowered. You are a masterpiece with an assignment to fulfill. But if you do nothing with life, life will do something with you. Life will take you on a different course when you don't do anything with the life that you were given. When you don't fulfill your assignment. When you don't fulfill purpose. When you have the mindset of fulfilling purpose, then you'll walk in a direction that purpose leads you. You won't be distracted. And this is so crucial, because once you're walking on purpose, you will collide with people that have been placed in the stops of life to enable you to the next level. So you cross paths with people that will become game changers in your life. You don't become a world shaker by not doing nothing with life. You've got to do something with the life that you've been given. If you are not doing something with the life that you've been given, life will do something with you. And I like what I am restored says. She says, I am a masterpiece with assignment to fulfill. Yes, you are a masterpiece with an assignment to fulfill. And you've got to wake up every morning to tell yourself that. You've got to be brilliant and make the most of now. You've got to know that possible life is today. Life is possible. And you've got to make sure you do everything with what you've been given. It's a start point. Yes, but Pastor Seb, I don't have it all together. You don't wait to have it all together, because if you're waiting to have it all together, time will pass you by. Life is now, life is today. You were born an original. Don't die a copy. You were born an original. Don't die a copy. Don't die copying others. Don't die a copycat. Don't die being a copy, a shadow of what you were born to do. You were born an original. And that is so powerful. That is so crucial. When you know that you are powerfully made, uniquely made, and that your generation is waiting for your manifestation, you walk with purpose, you walk with time, you walk and you live a life of intentionality. You become intentional at everything that you do. So don't walk or live a life or die a copy when you were born original. You're born original. And every day you've got to wake up every day knowing that there's royalty in you. There's royalty in your DNA. Every morning you've got to wake up knowing that there's royalty in your DNA. And when you know that, you don't get stuck in an almost life. You don't get stuck in an almost life. Just as I mentioned earlier, you don't get stuck in an almost life. You live the life that God has for you now. So guys, it's been an amazing encounter with the man of God, Tim Storey, the legendary man of God. You want to follow Tim? If you're on here now and you're not following me, make sure you follow me on at Pastor Zeb Life to be kept updated of what we've got coming up and who we've got coming up, and be kept updated of the materials that we got coming up and projects that we got on, so you're the first to know, the first to encounter, and the first to be told. Yes, there is royalty in your DNA. There's royalty in your DNA. If you've got any questions, just pop it up, and we would answer them for you. And also do well to DM me if you need any further discussion. I'll definitely take time out and answer them. I really needed this in this session. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that it's been a blessing to you. I'm glad that you have gleaned and learned something in this session. You've got royalty in you. You've got royalty. Don't get stuck living in an almost life. You see, life can knock you back with a setback, but you've got to put yourself strategically for a bounce forward. You know, and my good friend Makosi says, we're not bouncing back, we're bouncing forward. So let's bounce forward. Let's bounce forward. Let's bounce forward. So yes, if you got any questions for this session, put it up there. Let's try and answer. We're back your way again on Thursday. Thursday with an amazing. This was awesome, Pastor Seb. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much. I think my dead dream just woke up. Wow. Yes. I'm glad your dead dream is waking up. You've got to pursue it with fire, with vim, and with a purpose. With purpose. It's a blessing. Lady Joy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen, Thursday, we're back again with yet another episode of Unlocked with Pastor Seb, with a dynamite of another world-class leader and speaker, and your life will never be the same. Yes, let me have your questions. You missed it, we'll watch later. Oh, okay. Yes, you can catch it up. You can catch it up again on IGTV if you missed it. It's been a blessing. Yes, it's been a great blessing. I've been blessed. I've had a great encounter. The short ones are always the best. Thanks so much, Daddy. Thank you so much as well, Aaron, for stopping by and always being here to watch. God bless you. God richly bless you greatly. Thank you guys so much. So don't forget, I want you to be brilliant. I want you to make the most of now every situation that you find yourself in. You have the capacity, you have the power to be able to bounce forward from where you find yourself in. Don't dwell in the setback. Don't let a setback have the most of you. Don't let a setback have the most of you. Not at all. So for those of you that had dreams, that had plans, and you had goals, listen. Awesome series. Oh, thank you so much, Gabriel. Thank you so much. Gabriel, I believe you got your book. I'm still waiting for your clip, so definitely drop that for me tonight if you get a minute. I'll be so glad. Thank you so much. God bless you. Our dear Gabriel Shines, all the way from New York. Always a faithful unlocker, always here unlocking with us. So guys, yes, you had visions, you had plans for the beginning of the year, and COVID, whatever challenge, became a setback. Don't dwell in the past. There is always a step in the setback to bounce you forward. There is always a step in the setback to bounce you forward. So look out for those steps. Look out for those steps. I'm expecting for the next power session. Thank you for doing this. Yes. This is your show. This is your show. We're here unlocking It's a mentoring moment. It's life. We talk about life matters. We talk about life series. It's life experience, and it's all about inform, inspire, impact, and empower for transformation. So I'm glad I get lovely DMs from you. Yes, it's coming. Okay, everyone, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be glued looking forward to it. So I get very inspiring DMs from you guys telling me how it's been a blessing to you, how your life has been changed, how you've had a light bulb moment. And thank you so much. That is what it is for. We're here. My life's passion is to help you unstack. So wherever you are stuck, I'm here to help you unstack. It's my passion to help you find your passion. So that is what we are about. That's what we are about. It's just we're here to serve you. I'm here to serve you. So this is your show. This is your show. And do well to always let's broadcast it. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's put it out there. When I put the post out, like it, comment, post it out so that others can be blessed by it as well. And what I want you to also know is that we'll be putting this series together so that there will be reruns for you to watch and be blessed greatly by it. So it's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I'm very appreciative. God blessings on you and your family. Thank you so much. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that it's been a blessing to people out there. And I get messages from across the globe, from the US, from Africa, from Europe, from everywhere, all the way from Indonesia, everywhere, that people watch it. They come on there, and it's been a blessing unto them. And it's heartwarming for me to know that we are making impact in your lives, and it's beneficial to you. Well, we are committed to bring you just the best, to pour in you life experience, 30 years experience will be poured in you in just a matter of an hour, a matter of half an hour, and it'll be a great blessing to your life. I'm so grateful for each one of you, but you've got to make a date with us every Tuesday. It's 5 p.m. And British Standard Time, and it's 12 p.m. EST, and also hey, Dr. David Martin. Oh my gosh, wait, Dr. David Martin, thank you. Oh, thank you for what you're doing. It helps us to reach our dreams. Can't wait for my good friend to Storey. This is going to be great. Oh, Dr. Martin, same story has been. You missed him. You missed him. Guys, we're going to have Dr. David Martin on here on Unlocked with Pastor Seb. This is one of my greatest mentors, a great man of God, man of power. I followed him for years, and it's been great impact in my life. And listen, if you're not following him and you don't know about Dr. Dave Martin, go follow Dr. Dave Martin right now. It's going to be on Unlocked with Pastor Seb. Dr. Dave, please, I'm waiting for the response. Dr. Dave is going to be on here with us sometime pretty soon. So Dr. Dave, we've had Tim's story already. Tim had to stop, do a quick stop with us, and was into another meeting. So we've had him. It's been a great encounter with him already. We're just about wrapping up, and I think you've just made it beautiful for us, Dr. Martin. Oh no, well, I'll go back and watch. I can't wait. We'll make it happen. Sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Martin. Thank you so much. I celebrate you, sir. Hey, Dr. Sonny Badu, my brother. Dr. Sonny just dropped by as well. Dr. Sonny, thank you so much. Dr. Sonny, you missed Tim's story. Tim's story has been on, and we just wrapped up with him, and I was just about closing the session. We're gonna have Dr. Sonny back again. Dr. Sonny Dr. Sonny is a resident guest. He's a resident show host as well on here. So I love you too, bro. I love you so much. So Dr. Sonny Badu is coming back. He's a resident host and presenter and guest. So he's going to be on again. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I celebrate you. You are more incredible than I am. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Guys, if you've seen what Dr. Sonny is doing, it's purple. Yes, it's purple. Dr. Sonny is doing an amazing. This man is a game changer. We all know him. He's doing. Yeah, we have a bromance. Purple bromance. He's my brother. from ages. So listen, go follow his new project. He's brought together 25 people, seasoned musicians from across the world that he's uncovered and unveiled to the world. This man is amazing. He's so loaded and still has time to deposit into the next generation. God bless you, Dr. Sonny Buddy. We're very grateful. And you inspire me. You help me. I help you plan. and you push me and you challenge me so much. Thank you so much. Guys, watch this space for great things that are coming on here on Unlocked with Pastor Seb in partnership with Dr. Sonny Badu. We're going to be doing some great things on here. And your lives will never be the same. Dr. Badu, I'm going to buzz you in if you are. Give me thumbs up if you're available. I'll buzz you in now so we can have a closed session with you before we go. Just for a few minutes. Just for a few minutes. Yeah, guys, so watch this space with Dr. Dave Martin. He's going to be on here. Great man. Maurice McCaffrey. Oh, okay, so everybody's rooting for Maurice McCaffrey. okay. Hey, Flexi London is a top fan on here. God bless you. Your package is on its way to you. Flexi London. Dr. Badu, thumbs up if you're available, sir. I don't think Tobato is available. So guys, thank you so much. We're wrapping this session up and we'll be back again your way on Thursday with another dynamite of a special guest. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Thank you. Have a great day. And always don't forget, be brilliant and make the most of now. Keep shining. It's always been a pleasure serving you. And I'm your humble servant, Pastor Seb. And this has always been, and it remains to be, Unlocked with Pastor Seb. Remain unlocked. Don't be locked up again. And know that your comeback is not a go back. Thank you. And have a good evening, everybody. I'll see you Thursday. Make sure you're following me on @PastorSeb Live so that you're kept updated and kept informed with what we've got coming up for you. I'm very grateful for your time and for your availability. I love my pastor, Pastor Seb. Yes, highly favored. Love you too. Amen, Pastor Seb. Yes, God bless you all. God bless you. Thank you so much. Go and break boundaries. Go cross lines. Go and just change the dynamics and the rhetoric of your family. Don't become a byword. Don't let a failure or life knock the shout out of you. Get your shout back. Everybody type, I'm getting my shout back. I'm getting my shout back. I'm getting my shout back. Go be brilliant and get your shout back. Thank you so much. And I'll see you Thursday. Thursday will be the normal time. Thursday will be the normal time. It will be normal time on here, which is 5 p.m. British Standard Time and 12 p.m. EST. Yes. Oh, so you're not settling for less. Yeah, don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. What are you not doing again? Come on. Who else? I said, go out there and get your shout back. Go be brilliant. And your life will never be the same. I'm getting my shout back. Yes, go get your shout back. You're getting your shout back. Yes, go get your shout back. Go get your shout back. Go get your shout back. I'm getting my shout back. Yes, go get your shout back. Get your shout back. Get your shout back. Go get your shout back. K Maddie 316. Go get your shout back. Faith Wings. Go get your shout back. Go get your shout back. Definitely go get your shout back. Thank you guys so much. I'm logging off now, and I'll see you. Hey, Abby. I'm getting my shout back. Yes, get your shout back right now, and let that dream that has been received life again, let it live, and let it flourish, and let it function, and let it be a blessing to our generation. God bless you so much. Hey, yes, chosen and appointed. Yes, so chosen and appointed. What are you doing? Are you getting your shout back as well? Go get your shout back. Love you guys so dearly. Bye bye.